Everybody, welcome back to the Grow Family Network. And today I want to show you some, I guess, homemade liquid fertilizers. Really, it's kind of store-bought products for the most part, but it's ways that you can actually take those store-bought products and turn them into liquid fertilizer. One of them came out of laziness. One of them came out of mistake, how I actually started using it. So laziness, I used to use coffee grounds, right? Coffee grounds in water, and Beverly likes to use the little K-cup things. So instead of wasting what's inside of them, I would have to peel this off. Then I would have to take that and just, well, when it was dry, put it all up in to the water and soak it. But that was too much work for me. So what I did was I just got an actual, what is this, trash can?
Trash can.
And I just started dumping all of these things, and you can look at it now. I just started dumping. Yep, she uses coffee every day, sometimes twice a day. And then I got kids that drink coffee sometimes when they want sugar. So what you can do is you always try to dilute every time you make any of these little mixtures that I'm going to show you. So you want to come in close. Take anything. This is just an old mixer we got, blender. Get some of that coffee out of there. Just coffee water. Sometimes I pour it straight. If you got like your blueberries and your citrus that likes coffee, instead of putting the coffee grounds around it, you can do that. Or you can get a little bit, and I just let the rainwater just go on there. You can use your hose pipe if you want to. If you want to dilute it really good, dilute it as much as you want, and then you take that and you just pour that around your plant. So that's one old K-cup coffee fertilizer, and just let them soak and they'll stay in there. I probably do better if I covered that once it's full to try to slow down some of the larvae of the mosquitoes, which is a good idea, and which is why I'm gonna get some kind of screen to put over the top of these. The next one, let me go to this one first, because this is how I started making this one. This is citrus tone. So what I had was some citrus tone in a bag, and I used to use this, and it's still in there. I would just put it up in my bucket to carry around, and then one day I forgot it out by the orchard in the front, and it rained for about a whole weekend. And when I came back, this thing was actually filled like this. I was like, man, what am I gonna do? So same thing, I just said, wow, this stuff is just as potent. In its if you know, it comes in, it's like a, not powder form, but it's more of a granule form. This is a way to get that citrus tone, and I know it's probably stinks. This is a way to get that citrus tone from that granule. It stinks. Look at her, look at her. So this is a way to get that citrus tone from a granule fertilizer, and to where it sits on the ground, and you can get it into a liquid application where now I got concentrated citrus tone. Add that water to it, and I would actually go a whole bucket with this. I'm not going to tell you how to measure this stuff because it's basically on you. Start using less when you first start, and then you can go to, I guess, when you try to see how it works for you on your property. I wouldn't just pour straight citrus tone on it. Even though this is an organic product, it's supposed to be guaranteed not to burn, I still would rather you mix it a little bit with water. And the same thing like the coffee. You got your citrus trees, you're gonna water them anyway. Now I'm not waiting on the citrus tone right around that tree line too. I'm not waiting on the citrus tone. Oh no, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me move this one out the way. I'm not waiting on that citrus tone to actually get reined in. I'm kind of speeding up the process myself. So you can actually take that same concept and buy any kind of fertilizer. Always go with organic though. If you use Miracle-Gro, it'll work the same way, which is how Miracle-Gro works, right? You pour the Miracle-Gro in the water, stir it around, the water turns blue, and then you pour it on your plant. Stop. Same thing, if you look in here, you see that granule fertilizer is down there in the bottom. But same idea. Stop, Reezy. Let me finish this for you. I'll give you some water. Same idea. You take that granule fertilizer, any kind. I just got the Nature's Care kind, but any kind of organic fertilizer that they sell at the store. This is a way to make your fertilizer go a little bit further. You can take that one bag, whereas you may get one raised bed, maybe 2 raised beds with that bag. But if you go ahead on and soak it in water, then you could just continually use it and use it on a weekly basis. Same thing. Now this is just a fertilizer, just an all-purpose. I think it's like 283, something like that, real low on the NPK value. But now you see how much fertilizer you just made, and you can actually fill up a little 5-gallon bucket. Take it, pour it around your trees. You can actually put this in. I have like a little, I don't have it close, but one of those little wands where you mix in. They're trying to attack me now. Turn it off. I got one of those little wands where you, it's like the little bottle. It's like the little bottle where you actually can mix the fertilizer into the bottle, and when you're spraying your trees or your plants or whatever you're spraying, it would actually pull some of that out. So that's another option you can have. Let me just throw this on my plant. And here is the alternate option of how I actually got started on the concept of liquid fertilizers, of using things that you already have to make liquid fertilizers. I was watching Morning Gardener, and he did something that I hadn't been doing, and it's just taking,
It's a milkweed?
no, just any kind of weeds, all your weeds from your garden. You can see, stops it. All your weeds from your garden, when you're weeding your bed, you want to put it up in. Thank you, sir. Put it up in a bucket and just fill that bucket up with water. Yeah. So I would take that, get something to hold it down in there, and after about 2 weeks, then you'll have kind of like the same thing like this. You would have another liquid fertilizer to use, but it'll be from straight weeds. And the idea behind that is you get the chlorophyll and everything that comes, everything those weeds have taken out of the ground, you can actually soak that back into the water, and you can use that as another organic all-purpose type fertilizer. Should be a lot of nitrogen in it because it's all greens, right? So you want to make sure you dilute it with water. Everything you use here, make sure you dilute it with water. I wouldn't just put it straight on, even though it's supposed to be all natural, organic. Always dilute with water just to be sure, until you start to see the results on your plant. So that's the way we've been doing it, and I hope that helps somebody. And thank y'all for watching the Grow From the Network.
Don't tell people.
as always, grow, grow, grow.
Peace.
Peace.